What's up, friends, foes, and subbies? Now, I thought I was done. I thought it was over, but it's not. Apparently, Royce Reed decided to drop some receipts because Dwight Howard's sister did an interview with Kevin Wesley. I did not see the interview yet. I don't know what the sister said, but this is what Royce had to say. Well, since TT Howard want to go on live lying, why didn't she protect her nephew? Why were my concerns ignored? That's why you don't want to talk to me? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Y'all tried to get the church to make him deny it? Same person who wanted us to go on Ayanla Fix My Life. Now let's get into these receipts. Some of y'all think this is because of an engagement. Nope. I even posted subliminals as a warning shot to leave me the F alone. He always said I wasn't gonna do ish. Well, years later of poking the bear and last Friday calling our son names and then degrading me as a mom to him, he remained calm and still got his point across, as you can hear.
I'm disrespectful.
You telling me to talk in a calm voice here.
I'm telling you yes to talk in a regular voice, and I'm telling you as your father, you don't tell your father how to parent a child.
I'm not trying to tell you how to parent a child, but from what I've seen and how other people treat their children, you're doing horrible right now.
Okay, Braylon. How do you know when you're not here, Braylon?
I'm not just talking about them, I'm also talking about me.
Braylon, you're not here.
Okay.
So what are you talking about?
No. So you're telling me.
What are you talking about? What am I doing that's so wrong, Braylon?
Are you going to let me talk?
What am I doing that's
Are you going to let me talk?
You blaming everybody else.
I'm not. Who else am I blaming? There's no one.
What is the problem?
The problem is, before you sit over here and try and make a good relationship and gaslight me about everything else that I ask you about, you actually got to talk to me like an actual man, because you're not doing that.
You told me like a man.
That's what I'm doing.
What you're talking about, talking like a man. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're just talking.
Now, this is a receipt from Royce, an email to Dwight on October 27th, 2010. It says, Dwight, if you would like to pick Braylon up from my parents' house, you can. Just let me know. Your notice was less than 7 days and more so, even less than 24 hours, but I'm willing to work around that issue today. If you still want to see him, there's some things you need to know about tomorrow concerning school. In the future, please give me notice so I can figure out scheduling. Thanks. Royce Reed, Braylon's mom. The only true gift is a portion of yourself. But I was so hard to work with. This was an evening email for the same exact evening, but we made it work. Mind you, he'd already started the court BS. Now, this looks like an email she sent to Dwight about the nanny. It says, I will never approve of Maureen, and in actuality, I, along with you, am supposed to approve of any permanent or long-term caretakers. It doesn't matter if Maureen works for me or not. If someone is around our child that either of us has a strong negative feeling towards, it is means for court or a guardian ad litem, which is not a supervisor. It's a voice for Braylon. You need to look at her background check again, because the one you were given obviously doesn't show everything. I got mine through a detective agency. I've stated how Braylon acts when he sees her, and it's discomforting. And for your comment to be like, I like her and I don't have no problem with her, so I'm keeping her. That shows you're not thinking for Braylon. You're not thinking as a parent. I see Braylon go up to strangers easier than he goes up to her. He screams and starts apologizing when she comes around like she's a monster. That's embarrassing when other individuals see it, and I still have to let him go. There are other nannies that I am sure will do a great job and won't lock him in a high chair. He's 3. Or hold his hand when he wants to run around in the backyard. As far as my statement about you bathing, reading, etc. to him, I got that information from Maureen. She tells me on the select nights she chooses to call me, when it's supposed to be every. What she's done to the T, and yes, I have asked her if you ever do it, and she states you're in the room with your boys, or you're asleep, or you're not there, or you're busy. So yes, I felt the need to say that because I do think you take the easy way out when I hear those things. Although Braylon is my first child, I have had him since day one, and he never spent a night away from me until he was months old. I'm tired all the time, and even though he's in school, I have to wash clothes, dishes, do laundry, clean up toys, go grocery shopping. attempt to cook during that time frame, I'm exhausted. I just want you to understand how much I put into raising him and how I'm not going to let a nanny scare him to death. She even admitted to not giving him his medication and stating she didn't know where it was on several occasions. She is starstruck by you. Watch Braylon's demeanor when you leave him with her for long periods of time. Think about him, not just because you like her. If you say he's fine when I see him with her, I'ma have to shake my head because it's when you're not there. She wrote this October 2010, and she says, "Yep, still complaining about the nanny."
Okay, we're gonna eat in 2 seconds. Tell me about Maureen. You like Maureen? Why? 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 What happened? How did she hit you? Where did she hit you? Baby, where did she hit you? Why? Why?
The response. So we get to see number 2. I wish we got to see number 1. But Dwight says, "It was supposed to be agreed on when the nanny was going to be both our nannies, Royce. So come on, man. You know you can't pick my nanny. Just like I can't tell you I don't want your brother keeping him or your boyfriend. I know you would not let somebody hurt Bray, and you supposed to know the same thing. All that stuff you saying about Maureen don't matter. Who got a perfect driving record? I know I don't. And I ain't seen nothing that say she steal. Then there you go again with that school. Man, who are they to say my nanny's suspect? They supposed to just take Bray from her and keep it moving. But we can keep talking about this one day. But for now, I like her and I don't have no problem with her, so I'm keeping her." From Royce Reed to Dwight Howard, December 5th, 2010. Subject: Braylon. "I tried to call you twice, but no answer or return phone call. Anyways, I looked at your schedule and I'm trying to plan my week. Would you like to spend time with Braylon Tuesday after school to Wednesday? To school this week since you leave Wednesday for an away game Thursday?" Yep, this is me trying to co-parent as the world was calling me a gold-digging bitch, whore, useless human being. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I wish she read these out, but I'm reading them for you. Because guess what? Some people don't like to read. They don't have the patience. I don't, but for you, I do. All right, so this is from Royce, and this is February 23rd, 2011. Braylon is the subject. "Dwight, please call off your dogs. They have frozen my Braylon account and we no longer have money to eat, let alone him attend school. Keep a roof over his head, gas, utilities, or anything else. What am I supposed to do now to care for our son?" Royce Reed, Braylon's mom. "The only true gift is a portion of yourself. But he still took me to court because I was living. Over and over again. Case is unsealed. Feel free to go look." Here we do not see the date, but she writes to Dwight. "Dwight, I have contacted you twice in regards to Braylon. I have asked to speak to him and been ignored. I do not know whose care he is in, nor do I have any contact information. Since you don't see the importance in early childhood education based off your attorney speaking for you, although I'm sure every child she knows attended preschool, he needs to be homeschooled by your nanny and whomever else he's with. A child's brain develops in terms of their learning abilities to pay attention and interact with people by the age of 5. He is a sponge right now. If you do not have learning materials at your house, I can give them to one of your people. Braylon will not be a statistic, and education is important. I know you didn't attend college and were lucky enough to go into a career out of high school. Those in my family are college graduates, as well as many in yours. 1 out of 3 Black males are incarcerated or ensnared by the age of 18. Black males make up less than 4% of those receiving higher education. Only 47% of Black males graduate high school. The numbers go up for those raised by single parents. The fact that we do not like each other at all should not be taken out on Braylon. He deserves a quality education. I want to speak to Braylon. Yes, education mattered to me early. Sue me. Oh, he did. From Royce Reed to Debo. I'm going to assume this is Dwight. It says Dwight at the end. 6/18/11. I wasn't going to do this, but I have to. Dwight, from the day we met, you knew my dreams. You offered to catch me, and I told you I'm not a kept woman. You knew my major, and you knew everything about me, the good and the bad. I was there for you when you cried. I was on the path to fulfill those dreams until I had Braylon. Although he is the love of my life, my heart, and my soul, I get so hurt sometimes because I see my career lost. I begged you to let me go to LA and you forced me to stay here. I lost my career because of you, and now you want to go to LA to fulfill the career I worked my whole life to achieve? Oh my gosh. You know I had to be dramatic. In LA? I look at Braylon and I see a star in him every day just like you do. I said that when he was born, and you did everything you could to deny him of that. Now you say you see it? I deep down knew you were going to leave, but to see you say it has hurt my heart more than I thought. How could you so easily take my career from me to have it yourself? I'm on a horrible reality show I'm trying to break my contract from because I hate the stigma it has. My heart is aching because of the opportunities you're about to receive in the same city I tried to go to. Not once have you realized or noticed what I was forced to give up. It hurts like hell, Dwight. I'm sorry, but it's been killing me for the past hour. I want Braylon to be proud of me. I want Braylon to have the opportunity to be the star he is. Have you ever seen him pretend he's on TV? Have you ever seen him act? He took a course for 2 months and was amazing. You're about to have the career I fought for and yearned for my whole life, and we're stuck in Orlando, the city that steals dreams. Congrats to you. Me basically begging him to let me leave Florida after forcing me to stay here until our son turns 18 because I wanted to pursue my career. But even though he left, I still had to stay.
Happy Father's Day. I caught the big fish. And I love you. Bye.
Braylon's graduation, 5/24/2012. Royce Reed to Dwight. Our son graduated from preschool today. Sorry you couldn't make it. VPK starts next year, but he has to be present 80% of the time for any VPK programs, or kids get kicked out. I need to know if you are going to commit to him being taken to school. Enjoy the video. Pictures in the next email. But yet and still, I tried to communicate because I grew up with a father, and this wasn't about me. This is a text to Braylon's father, Dwight. Where's his homework, Dwight? You said you were going to do it with him. She sends that around 4:52 on a Sunday, and around 6:54, she sends him photos of bruises all over Braylon's legs. Braylon was beaten with a belt. He has bruises and welts. Said it happened on Ninja Turtle Day and a day after, which means they were much worse. These photos are being forwarded to my attorney. She doesn't receive a response, and on Monday, around 5:17 a.m., she writes, Dwight, I need you to explain the bruises and welts. He's stating you did this with a belt and your hands. In Braylon's best interest, I'm going to take him to the doctor when we wake up because I need a record of what actually happened. Also, Braylon is saying he does not want to come visit you because of the physical abuse. I haven't been able to sleep looking and thinking about you at 7 feet, hitting him at such a small frame. Still no response, and she writes, at 12:20, Dwight, I asked you days ago to explain the bruises on Braylon's body. He says they're from you spanking him with a belt in your hands. He also stated you wouldn't let him call me. I also requested to speak to him each day and you ignored me. I need to know what happened. All he wanted was a dad, but his dad took more pride in destroying me and my name. To Dwight Howard, 11/19/2010. I just took that video when I said hang on. 11/19/2010. She stayed employed for years. Through all of this, I found out our son played hide and seek with her for his toys. They were in her vajayjay and mouth. I was still forced by the judge, Timothy Shea, to send our son for visits after. I was threatened to lose custody and called a gold digger as well as a liar by that judge. He was later asked to step down by the Supreme Court for the violations and misuse of power. What would you do? Try to protect your child, right? I did. Still lost because I only had proof, not the money. To this day, Superman still lives in the court, throwing money simply because he couldn't control us. His God complex won't let him stop. He truly needs help and to leave us the F alone.
Cease and desist my ass.
Well, there you have it. Royce said, F that, cease and desist. I'm wiping my ass with it. And she decided to put these receipts out. Dwight wanting to keep Maureen as a nanny for whatever reason. Don't know. They probably had a personal relationship. Only he and her know if this truly did happen to her son. And I know something did happen to him because he in turn turned out to be a child predator. The damage is done. And I just pray that her child continues to go to therapy and is healed. This is a really, really sad story, sad events, messy events took place this past week. But to see that she has tried to co-parent speaks volumes, and it does confirm many things that we've heard about Dwight's personality disorder. As much as I don't want to read this, I'm going to read it for you guys. So if you didn't know, Royce Reed has a GoFundMe. So a lot of people are like, ooh, red flag. So that's what you wanted? You wanted money? This is why you did all this. So let's see what this GoFundMe is for. She has received 96 donations. It's been up for about a day or two. It says, Royce's story. I had a baby by Superman. The goal is $10,000. She's raised $3,000. And this is what she has to say. Hey, y'all. Why did I just hear her say it?
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. I've been watching way too much of this drama for too long. First, I want to thank you all for your outpouring of love and support. It means more than you can imagine. Prior to telling my story of how my life changed when I had a baby by Superman, my son and I had been struggling. For over 17 years, I've dealt with the harassment, threats, defamation, and career loss. I eventually fell into a depression. I'd still dance on TikTok and smile through the pain because I felt at some point I'd pull through. Luckily, I did due to my village. There were days I thought about taking a full bottle of sleeping pills or running off an overpass and believing if I was strong enough to just do it. By the time I changed my mind, it would be too late. After this man took everything from us, my savings, my mother's savings, and my dignity, he still proceeded to harass and belittle me. Most recently, he spoke to our son on a PlayStation party and degraded me, his mother, so bad to the point our son went off. I have worked since I was 16, but the bills I've accumulated dealing with this man are insurmountable. That's where my courage came from. That's why I chose to speak. But also because there's a new agreement. I am now being threatened with yet another lawsuit because they want to take away my voice again and silence me. My voice that is being backed up by a choir now of witnesses and victims and congregation full of support. I humbly come to you to say that while I am a substitute teacher, after school gymnastic teacher, and I just reopened my dance company at a community center, I need help. We need help. So although my name may be elevated right now, I'm still an average woman out here fighting for her family. Like cracks in a window. If not replaced early, they become bigger. I was that crack, and I shattered. Not just me. This is about someone with so much money and so much power being able to bully women and men by lying, threatening, and throwing them in court. When you have money, some people move as if they're living in a place surrounded by glass. Well, I'm just that rock that'll hit the house. Any contribution helps, and the money will go towards attorney fees, as well as unpaid mortgage or bills that I may fall behind on as I find more ways to supplement my income. I want to be transparent of where your donations will go. If anybody else comes out, I will indeed keep you updated. But for now, I'll catch you in the comments. Thanks for watching.